Hey TV, welcome back to another video. Here we are talking 151. Not just 151, but Japanese 151 booster boxes. Now these things, they've been all over the place. When they first came out, floating around $80, $90. Then they started shooting up and up and up. We saw these things even hit $230 at one point, and there were people who were going crazy for them as if they were never going to be printed again. Right around that time, that's when Pokemon announced a reprint. So you didn't need to go crazy and get that psycho price for one of these boxes. They retail for $40 in Japan, so $230, insane, ridiculous. Now they're floating around like $70, $75. If you can pick it up for $70, you're doing okay. However, if you can do better than that, and there are ways to do it, then that's the way to go. We're not talking about one of these boxes, not two of these boxes, not even three of these boxes. We are talking about six of these boxes total. Now, at the end of the day, I bought these at different prices each, calculated it all, taxes, shipping, everything, divided it out by the 6 boxes. These ended up being $58 landed. I think it's $58.23, something like that. So fine, we can get mad about the extra $1.50 there, but $58 landed. So it's possible. It is possible to find a good deal. Now, that makes it a little bit more, I don't know, curious, skeptical, wondering, did we get something of a gem here? I don't think so, though, because this is one of two that came from a very reputable dealer. I have dealt with them many, many times. A lot of the product I've opened has come from them. I've never felt like there's anything shady. Everything's always packaged pretty well. However, I will say, of all the boxes, they are the only ones that came damaged. They are a little bit squished up here and pressed in there. Everything is wrapped and sealed. No funny business here. However, you can pry it open from the side and get packs out. So that damage there is really out of the ordinary for them. And it kind of had me a little bit skeptical, but these have been printed through the roof now that I'm not that worried about it. And I'm hesitant to open it up and see or leave it sealed, and you know, it is what it is. This is the way I bought it. It did get it sealed, but 2 of their boxes came damaged. I thought that was a little bit interesting, and that kind of stinks. Other sellers that I went with, theirs were perfectly fine. Everything looks legit. I don't have any concerns on how it goes down there. No cracks in the perforation there. So we have 6 of these boxes, which is fantastic, and I have been battling back and forth. Am I going to open them? Am I going to keep them sealed? Well, I'm definitely going to keep some sealed. So at a minimum, I'm going to keep 5 sealed. It's just a question, am I going to open one or not? I think the answer is I'm not, because the price is getting so good on these. This is when you buy. Think of it like a stock market. How do you win at the stock market? What is the strategy? Buy low, sell high. It's the same with every investment. You go into real estate, buy low, sell high if you can, or you do a fix and flip. You bought it low, you invest a little bit, and you sell it for much more than it cost you out the door. So like, this is how investments work, and investments take time. These are going to be investment pieces. I think I'd still like to pick up a couple more while these prices are pretty good. It will probably bring my average up because things are ticking up. People are seeing these prices are good, so they are ticking up a little bit. Not because the price is there yet, but because the market demands that they need to be in your hands, and therefore it puts the price up a little bit. So we see that happening. It's okay. That's part of it. That's part of the investment. But 6 of these 151 Japanese booster boxes, I think it's a great thing to have in my sealed collection. It's the most of any set I have as far as sealed booster boxes, yet these are a little bit easier price-wise on you than going with, even modern today, floating around 100, 105. If you get bulk, going for 6, you might be able to get them for like $90 for something like a Twilight Masquerade. But with Pokemon, it's hard to get a good deal, and I keep finding this interesting piece between good deal that might be worth opening or good deal that might be worth keeping sealed because you got it at such a great price. So with Pokemon, we're in this interesting sweet spot here where it's not scarce, it's not rare, however, it's going to be worth it. We can kind of point to some of the sets and say this is going to be one of them. It's going to stand out long term. If English has a reprint, I'm going to be picking it up wherever I can. I've done so thus far, picking up things where I can. This is budget driven, and also it's opportunity driven. So don't go crazy, don't go nuts, don't FOMO and buy things for too much just because you see it there. Look for the better deal, do some research, do some homework. This is really a PSA is what it is, and sharing with you that it's possible. I don't really go in depth on the collection of my own very much, but I do have a pretty wide collection to share. So maybe that's something I'll be doing. Like, comment, subscribe, and be a part of the channel and join the journey of this conversation. But let me know what you'd like to see. I have things going back into Sword and Shield, and then I have my original stuff from, base set, Jungle, Fossil, Team Rocket, and getting into Neo. So there's a lot of different stuff that I have from when I was a kid and I started this out, and then when I returned as an adult, looking at it from a totally different perspective of opening it, yes, fun, nostalgia, great, but now seeing it as more of an investment that I can hold on to long term. And I'm kind of enjoying it because if you have a hobby, you'd like your hobby to pay you back someday, if that's possible, whether it gives you memories, a good experience, or maybe some dollars in the future. So that's at least the way I operate. Everybody's a little different in how they like to handle their hobbies. So I like the idea of seeing a return someday, and hope to see you return. Peace.